welcome to our channel. I am Linda, the storyteller of beautiful stories. Here I am again with another wonderful story. Before we start our video, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like our video. If you don't like our video and don't subscribe to our channel, I get very sad. Come on, subscribe now and make me happy, because you too will be very happy with this fantastic story. I am starting our adventure-filled story that you will love. The Adventures of Flying Super Chicken continue. The title of our story, Underwater Explorers, Submarine Treasure. It's a fantastic story and you're going to have so much fun. On a sunny morning, Flying Super Chicken and his friends found an old chest on the farm. Inside the chest was a mysterious, worn treasure map. On the map, there was a distant island marked with a mysterious X. Chubby Neck opened his eyes wide in excitement and exclaimed, "Wow, this must be a real treasure map." Flying Super Chicken, flapping his wings excitedly, said, "A hidden treasure under the sea? This is going to be an amazing adventure." He added, "Let's get ready and go find the treasure." The other chickens looked around excitedly too. They were all eager to embark on this unexpected adventure. To prepare for their underwater adventure, the chickens collected inflatable life vests and underwater goggles. Chubby Neck grabbed an underwater camera and shouted with enthusiasm, "I'm going to record all this adventure so that everyone can see our great discovery." Tucking the map under his wings, Flying Super Chicken asked, "Okay, friends, are we ready?" All the chickens responded in unison, "We're ready," and excitedly headed towards the seaside. Reaching the seaside, Flying Super Chicken and his friends looked towards the island marked on the map and excitedly jumped into the water. The chickens started swimming on the water surface with their inflatable vests, but Flying Super Chicken's vest was a bit too inflated. He bounced amusingly with every flap of his wings, laughing, "I think I inflated this vest a bit too much." When they dived underwater, they encountered colorful fish, bright corals, and mysterious sea creatures. Chubby Neck picked up a starfish and said, "Look, how beautiful." But when the starfish suddenly moved, he was surprised and shouted, "Oops, it's alive." Under the leadership of Flying Super Chicken, they swam deeper. The X on the map led them to a large cave. The entrance of the cave was mysterious and dark. Chubby Neck asked curiously, "I wonder what's inside." When they entered the cave, they found a treasure shining brightly. "Wow, we really found a treasure!" they exclaimed. However, when they opened the treasure chest, it contained only colorful seashells and shiny stones. Initially disappointed, Flying Super Chicken said, "Maybe this treasure isn't full of gold, but these colorful shells and stones are also very valuable." The chickens started playing with this beautiful underwater treasure. They struck funny poses under the water. Feeling like they had turned into an underwater music band, the chickens began to play a submarine concert with the shells. Chubby Neck giggled when he made eye contact with the crab. "Look, this crab dances better than me," he laughed. Suddenly, a playful octopus approached them. Its tentacles began swirling around Flying Super Chicken. He laughed, I think this octopus wants to dance with me, and tried to match the rhythm of the octopus. Then, a whale gently approached them and sprayed water at them. The chickens burst into laughter in surprise. Wiping off the water droplets, Chubby Neck said, I think this whale is playing a joke on us. For a while longer, they continued to have fun like an underwater music band, playing the shells and stones. With every flap and chill sound, other inhabitants of the underwater world joined them, and together they gave a grand underwater concert. As the sun set, Flying Super Chicken said, I guess it's time to go home now. But this adventure was unforgettable. All the chickens swam to the surface with the treasure chest full of colorful seashells, ending a day filled with laughter and joyful memories. Flying Super Chicken and his friends, swimming towards the surface, watched the sunset over the water, realizing that their adventure had come to an end. As they approached the shore, a group of curious dolphins came to greet them. The dolphins joyfully leaped and played, and the chickens joined in with laughter. When they reached the shore, the other animals on the farm were waiting for them with great curiosity. Flying Super Chicken proudly opened the treasure chest and showed the colorful seashells and shining stones inside. The farm animals examined these beautiful treasures with admiration. Chubby Neck, showing the photos from the underwater camera, excitedly narrated, Look, what we experienced under the sea. The photos featured the chickens' fun moments with sea creatures and their funny dances. That night, there was a big celebration on the farm. The chickens gave a concert with musical instruments made from seashells, and everyone joined in the fun music with dancing. The party continued with games and dances that lasted until everyone's stomachs hurt from laughing. Flying Super Chicken, looking up at the starry sky, said, This adventure was really wonderful. Being together and having fun is more valuable than anything, and turning to his friends, added, I can't wait for our next adventure. The farm animals celebrated the underwater adventure of Flying Super Chicken and his friends that night, and everyone felt the joy of the adventure and the warmth of friendship. And so, the underwater explorers' submarine treasure adventure came to an end. While Flying Super Chicken and his friends eagerly awaited their next adventure, happy and peaceful days continued on the farm. As our video ends here, if you are curious about Super Flying Chicken's next adventure, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like our video. Wishing you always live in your dreams. Goodbye.
Wishing you always live in your dreams. Goodbye. Oh, wishing you